I want to tell you one of the coolest stories ever of how I found out that my daughter was going to be a girl. I found out that I was pregnant about a week before my husband was supposed to leave on his 6-month deployment. So it was so bittersweet because we were so excited, but it was also just so scary thinking about how I was going to have to go through my pregnancy alone. And I was fully prepared to do everything by myself. The big appointments, the gender reveal, just be alone for 6 months. One of the big moments of finding out the gender was gonna be by myself, and I wanted to include Dylan, my husband, in it somehow. And so we just figured out a way that we could do it virtually. I'll be honest, I was really bummed about this because we'd waited so long for this moment and I was sad that we couldn't be together. So I did the at-home sneak peek test where they take your blood and then you send it off and you know the results within like 48 hours, and then they email the results to someone, and I had them send it to my friend and then roommate so that way she could set it up and make it something special for us. So I did the sneak peek test. The next day rolls around and I get a phone call from my husband at 10 p.m. at night. And he says, they're evacuating us because there's supposed to be typhoons where we're at and they want to send us to Hawaii. Is there any way that you can get on a plane tonight and make it to Hawaii so we can find out the gender together? First thing I did was look up tickets. They were ridiculous, like over $1,000. And I called my sister and I said, do I do this? She said, are you kidding me? Get on that plane. So it's 10 p.m., probably 11 p.m. right now, and I booked my flight and have to be at the airport by 2 a.m. Here's the kicker. My husband's a pilot and those planes are always breaking. Something's always going wrong with them. And so he was like, we may not make it all the way there. We might have to turn around. If you do not hear from me, get on that plane at 2 a.m. If you do hear from me, stay home because we had a maintenance issue. So I wake up, check my phone, and I had no messages from him. So I got on that flight and it was a 12-hour day with travel. 12 hours go by, I land in Hawaii, again, not knowing and I had not heard from him at all. And I didn't know if he was there. I land, check my phone, and there's nothing from him. Again, I'm already prepared. I had messaged friends and I was like, I might have to be in Hawaii for a week by myself, but I'm gonna make the most of it. Probably like 10 minutes go by and I get a phone call from an unknown number. It was my husband on the other line using some random person's phone at the airport because he didn't have a phone on his deployment that worked. He's there, we find each other. It was like one of the coolest moments of my life that we pulled it off. And this is where it gets even more epic. One of the first things he says to me is, it's a girl. And I'm thinking, why are you already telling me we're supposed to find out tonight together? Why are you ruining it for me? Well, if we were gonna have a boy, we had agreed that we were gonna name him Cash. He proceeds to tell me that on his way to the airport, he stopped at a stoplight and the person in front of him had a license plate that said, no cash. Here is a picture of the car. We took that as a sign from the universe that we were exactly where we were supposed to be in that moment and that it was a girl. And this is how we announced it to the world in Hawaii.